he's like pacing around the room. Like, the fox thingy was
destruction. Really bad things happen.
I should add something. He's probably also pacing on the ceiling because he can do that.
Okay, if he's pacing, is this turning into a weird thing where Kalani is moving around in response to this? Because she's trying to get away from the crazy.
Or you used to stay in a corner. What bad things? Wait, where's? Have you seen Pachez? I still haven't. I'm trying to communicate with him, but I can't reach him. Have you heard anything? I thought everybody is Lexa here with you too, because that'd be nice.
How mean do I want to be to Lexa?
I assumed he would contact you after he left to come jamming you.
Not that mean, okay.
But I haven't heard anything, and it's been a while, and you guys are now back. So why is he not with you?
I'm not sure, lad. It's one of those things of things went very exploding, very fast, and very crazy. And I'm sorry, I need to sit down. I've had a rancor treat me like a rag for a little bit.
Gotta say same.
Is there a rancor down there?
Oh, that's the rancor is the tame thing, my dear.
Jim, everybody here is potentially injured. I need to look them over. They're all my patients. How will you go over and talk to Lexa instead? Is Lexa on the? Lexa's not on the ship, though, right? I think Pachez would prefer it if I stayed on the ship to make sure the mechanics don't do anything bad. I think because that was what I was supposed to do before. Somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure you can find her. Just go look for her. She's on the ship. You know what? I'll just calm her.
She was.
Lexa, are you on the ship?
I start pushing him out of it.
Because Tyler says you're on the ship, but I didn't see you come on board. Are you on the ship? Because I'm just gonna stay on the ship.
Shut up! Yes! No! I'm outside of the ship. I'm outside of it.
He turns back to
I close the men's doors.
I told you were on the. So okay, Jim's just like pacing and observing the mechanics, being like, "This is why are you doing it this way? I looked at the ship. You're doing it wrong. Be careful with Master Pacaz's ship." Okay, now you can treat everybody. But there's also a mechanic person doing stuff in the medbay room. He's just chilling out, doing some work on the interior of the ship.
Kalani uncurls from the corner she was hiding in. Is he gone?
I pick up Kits and then carry her over to Kalani.
This is Kits. I rescued him from the exchange. Isn't he cool?
Oh.
What?
What?
So
in the
you see,
world is that?
so you see Shiloh holding like a silvery, crystally fox creature that looks fairly happy to see him.
Yeah. What would I have to roll to know that? Galactic lore?
Yeah.
At least for me.
I'm trying to decide if Kalani is even in.
Know what that is? Okay.
Apparently, Aelond had a pet when he was a child.
No. He stopped.
No.
He intercepted several illegal
shipments of animals.
Pet supplies.
Yeah, so you don't know what they're called, but you have seen these before. They're really rare. From what you gathered, they only really show up on this one tiny planet.
Nope, Kalani's checked out.
But you remember from your experiences that they seem to be generally friendly and fairly intelligent, and very loyal.
All right. Well, you seem to have made a friend there, Shiloh. You remember that, Alora? We saw some of those a couple of years back when the exchange tried to smuggle them in for some of the high-class huts, and there was that purple one that kind of liked you, but that was about it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do remember that. Well, glad there's a furry, friendly face. Well, not that your face isn't friendly, Kalani.
What? I'm out of it.
How about you guys all just go sit down on these cots over here, and I'll take a look at you and make sure you're all...
Even though she's out of it right now, Kalani is a Jedi Knight of the Jedi Order. She has been quite helpful in, or at least quite helpful to me in accidentally finding you in the past few years, or the past few months.
Thank you all for helping us both. Alright, so people are laying down on cots now while Shiloh's looking at them. Alright.
Yeah,
Eyes glazed.
Aelond is actually standing over one of the cots, trying to make sure Elora is okay.
Yeah, she's like, I'm fine, Aelond. I was just scared. I didn't get hit at all.
Alright, lass. I'm glad you're okay, though.
I could really use that drink, though.
That sounds about good. And in between, or while Shiloh is distracted with them, I'm gonna go see if my brandy is still there, or if it's not. There should be like 2 bottles left.
I'm pretty sure you will find it. Nobody stole it from you.
Good, because I still have like 4 shots left, I think. Yeah, 4 shots left.
I do not know. But you have all of that left. It's all still on the ship. It has survived miraculously the crash and the subsequent grenade tosses.
And then I was just imagining
that happens.
I was just imagining one of the mechanics who's working on the ship just like has it in his hands, drinking the last dregs of it.
Oh no!
And then Radic comes in and just kills him straight up. I'm like, be nice to my guests.
Yeah.
No, it was the session you missed when the people attacked you on the landing platform, Shiloh. The grenade got tossed in the direction of the ship. And had Lexa not slightly repaired the shield emitters, it would have completely destroyed the ship because it had 5 hit points and the shield rating was 25 and it rolled 25 damage. It was pretty clutch.
See, I do stuff, guys.
Alright, so you head off. Alright, Shiloh, you can take a look at everybody.
Okay, do I need to roll something?
If you're healing them, yes. Not to see if they're injured, though, because it's pretty obvious, because people either got shot or mauled. And, those kinds of wounds are very, very evident. So it looks like Drisik and Tham both need help, but and Aelond. But Aelond ditched, so you can't help him.
Aelond's coming back. He's getting the brandy, bringing it back. Mental health is just as high of a priority as physical health.
Mental health, let's become alcoholics.
Basically what I'm thinking.
If it's really that important, then Pachez is in an emergency state all the time.
Yep.
But yeah, so anyways, basically...
Yeah, how many darkside points has he got by now?
Not really wanting to process what just happened, so he's trying to distract himself. So he's gonna look over every single medical issue that they might possibly have, and constantly trying to treat all of that until they get fed up and make him stop. He's gonna be like, I noticed you have a little bit of white spot on your fingernail right here. That could be a sign of zinc deficiency or something. Maybe we need to give you some supplements. And then just scan their whole body with all the medical scanners, trying to find everything that's wrong with them.
And nah, since he's also a doctor, he's been looking at people. He's like, I'm sure a lot of problems happen because of malnutrition in the prison. We'll deal with it when the time comes.
Yeah, the time is right now. We got all these nutrient supplements right here out of this.
The problems will not be fixed overnight, young one.
Not if you don't try to fix them.
Where are the supplements? I will go get them.
Kalani is curled up with her hands over her ears.
Begrudgingly goes and grabs everything.
Thank you.
Finally, a real medical unit. I was just so tired working in that prison. It's nice to have proper facilities.
You have a back tank.
Colto tank.
Why in the world did the exchange capture
Colto.
you?
I mean Colto, sorry.
The tanky that heals thingies.
That's Well, I was a very accomplished doctor. One of the higher, I don't even remember his name, was injured in an attack, and they barged into my practice, demanded that I attempt to save his life. He didn't make it. And then they stuck me in there.
Alright. Well, I'm glad we could get you out of there.
I'm glad to be out. Here are those supplements that you think will magically fix them overnight.
Who said anything about magic?
It's...
We just have the force.
It was a figure of speech, lad. Goodness, I remember being a young doctor once, but this... He's just going around admiring the equipment now after he hands you it. Tham's like, is this all necessary? Don't we have stuff? Didn't Radix say he wanted to talk to all us when we was patched up?
I believe
Exactly, that's why I'm patching you up.
I don't think a nutrient deficiency counts as patching up in definitional terms, as far as I understand them.
Does he have any other injuries that I spotted while I was scanning him that I can just tell him that he has?
No.
Like, oh, you have a slight laser burn on your left calf muscle or something.
No.
Or you have a slightly extended vertebra disc in your lower back.
Nope.
So he's in perfect health?
And
You
aside
sound
from getting
disappointed!
shot/mauled, yes.
Exactly. He was shot
Doesn't have
mauled.
anything
So how
else
is he in
wrong
perfect
with him.
health?
But yeah, so you should heal that, and then he'll be fine.
I know. That's what I said. I said I was going to heal
anything
everything that
else.
was wrong with them.
Yeah, but you didn't actually roll
So
anything.
I'm just saying, eventually, after I heal everything else major, we start getting into the inconsequent. It's not like the very first thing I do is give them vitamin supplements.
Yeah,
it's like
so you should
I
have
heal
rolled,
all
yeah,
of the problems
exactly.
I have.
So
and
just
then
roll
by the
to
time
see
we
if
get
you
to
actually
it.
healed them. Yeah.
Take your vitamins. I'll
And then
patch you up in
Aelond
a
comes
second.
back while you're doing stuff. So
Take your vitamins while I patch you up. Take your vitamins. Take your vitamins.
Just shoving Wookiee chews into his mouth.
Oh. Yep.
I think you succeeded.
I think there was a
How
success
much
there.
health is that? 70s, 80, 80.
There we go. That was for Aelond.
Yep, I'm full. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
so
actually.
Who else is injured? Weasel
Drissa gets
lady.
injured.
There we go.
She's a ferret. How dare you? She's actually 17. her race is Salonian. She's essentially a ferret.
That's
Is it
fair
ferret
to
or
say,
otter?
right?
Kind of like a mixture of both. They're related, familial, the real world. So, oh sure, you heal Drisic for like the lowest health. That's how many treat injuries are you rolling? Okay, who gets how much health?
That was for Alora.
Alora's not injured
Well, how am I supposed to know?
because you examined her.
She was dangling over a giant pit of monsters.
Right, and she's
dragged to
totally
a death
fine.
arena.
She didn't even get eaten by the Rancor. It's a miracle.
If you need
It's
to
just-
divvy up the health, just make sure I get like 25. That's all
It's
I
only mental scars that are going to plague her for the rest of her
Okay,
life.
there we go.
But
That was for
yeah,
Aelond.
fine.
Okay, I'm pretty sure everybody's at full health now.
Stop rolling. We get it. You're really good. Let's move on.
This is why I have to make all my enemies really good, because otherwise, it's like, look, you're healed. Look, you're healed.
You get healthy. You get healthy. You get healthy. Everybody gets health.
Okay, yeah, okay, everybody's healed now. So, we are gonna switch to Radix and Lexa for the moment. And everybody else is in
A
here.
little bit of smooth jazz going on in the background.
Yes, yes, there is.
That's what Rita likes. Alexa's just kind of, she's staring at the ship and she's tapping her foot and she seems kind of lost in thought.
Tire light source, please. entire light source, please?
Oh, oops. My bad. There's not global illumination in this map?
No? You took me off, and all of a sudden there's a black
supposed
screen.
to be global illumination.
Well, even if there's global illumination,
Yeah,
there's
you
still
still have a
line
token.
of sight. So like if there's no token, you can't see.
Yeah, global illumination just means there's light everywhere. If there's no perspective to see the light from,
That's what happens when I don't make a map for like
Ever.
keys, you know.
There we go. Yes, I can see now. There's a picture there.
Cool. All right. Sorry about that. I'm also sad because the Smooth Jazz isn't playing on my web browser. It's okay. It's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, stop playing for me too.
It's playing for me.
It's still going for me. I'm not
Barry's-
complaining. This is actually
Barry's
kind
kind
of
of the important part.
Yeah, y'all don't matter. I'm the important one.
Well, you're streaming, so.
This is true, but still.
Anyway, okay. So So you're just like looking at the ship.
Yeah, like she seems like she's kind of agitated but lost in thought, and she just kind of stares at the ship and taps her foot.
Riddick just kind of stares with you and just kind of stands there because he's waiting for everybody else to come out. And then R1S shows up, and he's somewhere. There he is. Chris comes coming out of the ship, like walking up in a cheerful manner because you're back. As cheerful as a very limitedly sentient droid can be.
I reach down and I pet him. Hey. Well, I'm sorry about leaving you with Bob, Jim. Sorry about leaving you with him.
You see like a couple beeps. They sound like.
I speak binary.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's fine. But it sounds kind of like a little bit of sarcastic. It's fine.
Bob.
Look, you had two droids. One was Bob, one was Jim. I'm bound to get them mixed up sometimes.
Jim Bob Cooter. Yeah, that's next droid has to be named Cooter, everybody.
It's already set.
No!
What?
That's what the heroic
Brother is giving
warrior
me
droid will be named.
Radic, this is R1S. He's my companion.
You not? Hello? So, that plan didn't go very well.
No. It didn't. I don't understand what happened. I wonder if because something happened where he thought he was going to be seen and so he couldn't wait. It seemed like a lot more death than I knew people were going to die. It was likely. But the carnage inside there, and then when we left, seeing all those people fighting in the streets. I don't know what I've done. I've done what I've told myself I was never going to do, and now there are lots of people dead, and it's my fault.
How is it your fault?
Because I'm a part of this. Because I knew whenever we get involved in something, people die. Many people die. And I should have been responsible. I should have done something else or planned something else or found another way.
Sometimes people die no matter what you do.
Yes, but that's death of incidentals is different from planned. This shouldn't have happened. We should have been able to convince them. We should have been able to take control. At the very least, we should have minimized it to only a few people dying. Less than that, Shiala was able to do. I don't know what to do anymore. Every time we try to do something, this party of people, it seems like all we can do is kill everything in our path. It didn't used to be like this.
I found that if you have a cause to fight for, people generally get hurt because there are people that oppose you. And in the case of your group, the enemies you've made don't care about collateral damage. And you either make peace with that, or you give up the fight entirely.
I can't accept that. I can't accept that there's no way to avoid innocent people dying in mass. It was just ourselves. We were just putting ourselves at risk. It'd be one thing. I've accepted that I'm... But... there has to be a way to stop this without having to risk people who aren't even involved. Who have no say in whether they would be or not.
You've worked as a bounty hunter. You've seen the underworld. You know that the people who you hunt down, they don't care. They go after the innocents regardless. And so the only way to protect the innocents who are vulnerable, in your case, is what you were doing, which is dealing with those people as they show up. That's what I've been trying to do, but more focused on the grander picture. I've been around for thousands of years, Lexa. I know you have been too, but you don't remember it all. That's the difference between you and me. I've seen generations of people live, generations of people die. People live and die all the time, Lexa, but not us. We have to rise out of it.
It's just it, though. They live and they die. They have a life. They experience hardship, but they continue on. What purpose do we have? We're just machines. We continue to move and go through life and do the same thing over and over and over because we're programmed to do it. Because that's what our creators, whoever they were, told us to do. These people, Shiolu has a purpose. He chooses to put other people's life in front of his own because that is his choice. Because, well, I'm not even going to pretend to understand his motivations, but I'm sure he has one. Aelond is motivated by this Allura who, for whatever reason, he cares about her, so he does this for her. Kalani, she has a code of honor that she's chosen to take. Nothing we do is what we choose. I have tried, from the moment I can remember, to make a choice. I'm not going to kill people. I'm not going to hurt them. I'm going to live by his code. But every time I try to, every single time, it's like something comes in and overrides and says, no, this is what your purpose is and this is what you're going to do. What is the point to that?
It's not your fault that the plan went wrong. Just because you were attempting to minimize casualties. It didn't turn out that way, but that doesn't mean that whatever you decided was somehow programmed against. That's not how our programming works. Now, the patch that they put in that directs us to destroy Sith artifacts, that was hastily done after we were constructed. I've modified my own so I can choose to ignore it. I don't choose to ignore it because it's important. I can give you that choice. But just because things don't turn out the way that you wished them to does not mean you don't have any choices. Everyone else around you has choices. They don't always make the same choices that you will. And so you can't expect a perfect outcome from everything that you decide to do. Life is messy. People live. People you didn't want to die, die. Things that you thought would help ended up not helping out in the long run. Things that you thought were catastrophic when they happened ended up turning out for the best. But you still have that I don't. I've seen so many people die. It doesn't bother me anymore. You're still bothered by it. It's a powerful tool. Don't lose it.
Surprised to hear you say that.
Well, I meant what I said back when you convinced me not to kill the guards. I've been doing this alone for a long time. And seeing someone who is like me and yet not like me in so many ways, it's been helpful.
I don't want to travel with them anymore. You seem to be offering me something else.
Check your Hssiss transmission handout, Lexa. You get a delayed beeping delivery message on your inside your head.
Which one is it? The top one or the bottom?
Hssiss transmissions is what it should be called. The new transmissions on the bottom, which makes less sense than, but yeah. Aelond, would you check your data pad at all? Or a data, like your accounts for things, since you don't actually have your data pad?
Yeah, since it got taken, I probably would have eventually gotten and taken inventory and whatnot. See what all I have left anyways. Because I have like one power pack with 4 shots left on it. And that's it.
So if you wanted to check like messages or news or anything, like there's terminals on the ship that you can do that in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Aelond probably would. Eventually, just to see what's going on, see if he can't gauge stuff, and figure out how to get out of Dodge, as it were.
Okay. So Lexa, what do you do when you get that message?
I think about it for a moment. Is that because? Must be because. Am I reading it, or is it like I hear it?
You're reading it.
Okay, so yeah, then I'm looking at it, and I think target advertisement would be the target. We're all gone, so who are they tracking? Radek. I'm gonna show him the transmissions that I've been receiving. What do you make of this?
Where are you getting these from?
It's a transmission. They're Sith transmissions. We managed to hack into a secure line that they've been using. Fortunately, they're unaware of it.
What is the communication for? I need more context.
So does the player, because I don't remember.
This was given to you by Lysia, who gave you the information that the Sith were after Pachez.
I think that these Sith are tracking our friend Pachez. And I think that they're talking about him in this last transmission. But I don't understand it. He already went to the amphitheater.
But the comms were scrambled. Yes, you wouldn't have been able to get anything. Perhaps this was a message from earlier.
No. So they know then. And Pachez isn't here with us.
Yeah. Do you need to contact him immediately?
What point is there? He's probably, if he's still in the area, then the comm scrambler is going to get to him, and if he's been captured, then there's no way to contact him.
Well,
perhaps it's not a great loss.
Well, you should still make the rest of your group aware of it.
In time.
Where are they? They should be out here by now. How long does it take to heal a couple of scrapes?
I think some of them are a bit beaten. I think they just need a moment to pull themselves together. It's partly why I'm not with them. To be honest, I tend to make things more uncomfortable.
That is a feeling I know quite well.
You're the only one in the room who won't be examined by a medical professional. It's awkward.
Yes.
If I left with you, what would we do?
Well, that actually concerns the rest of the group as well. There's something I need them to do for me, and that will set our course for the future.
If they know that I'm considering leaving them beforehand, they'll try to stop me and it'll slow things down.
So we don't have to tell them. You get another message from the eraser, Lexa. So Aelond, you're it's called response to alias to Aelond's alias request.
Well, things just keep getting better.
So yeah, Aelond, you're you're looking at the HoloNet. Alora has finished the rest of the brandy on you after the initial shots. So you're digging around, and you can also see the messages that the eraser has sent to you because you checked that.
All right.
Secret. I've got a secret.
And which handout is it on?
It's called Response to Aelond's Alias Request for Erasure. Because that was the greatest title of a handout ever. I'm just going to title it Eraser Count, because this is, yeah, I'm going to change the title of this. Because it worked well for the first message, and now it's just really long and
confusing.
Lurk, Diego, Derek, Bello, Potential, Corporation, Strongjaw, Senate, Hacking.
I didn't give it to you. Because you didn't have your data pad by that point, so I didn't give it to you, so you couldn't see it. Oops. Okay, eraser communications should be now in your handouts.
Oh, there it is.
It's so long ago that I forgot that it was a thing.
Hey.
My
All right, for those on the stream, you get to see the secret. Everybody else, you have to wait 20 seconds. Ha 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 ha.
Wow.
You're assuming
Has
that
he
we're
reached
watching
the
the
secret
stream.
secrets?
I already
Yeah,
know.
Lexa knows the secrets, but we'll let this be like a simultaneous, we discovered the secrets at the same time moment. Oh, also, Charlotte,
Have you ever met Olivia?
I think he knows about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember in the Sith Cantina on Korriban, you had a conversation where you found out about her.
But they ever talked to her? Because I remember when Del and Pachez and Olivia
Yeah, I
and
remember.
Aymar were all talking,
Yeah.
but I don't remember if Shiloh ever actually interacted with her. I mean,
Yeah, I
she
don't-
knows who you are because the whole first part of the campaign, but I'm not sure if you do.
Yeah, because I don't think that she talked to anybody until Hymar and Dell when Shiloh wasn't there. I can't remember if he like knew there was some sort of presence or something, but I don't think they talked.
You know about her because then there was a conversation at the cantina. I remember it because I was jamming, where you did
The cantina where Kalani ran into problems, aka every
Mhm.
cantina.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
gonna
when I
add
ran
which
now.
cantina. She always has
So
problems.
Eagle Kalani just went to sleep.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. You were in like a super scary coma with like Sith nightmare visions, so that's fair. All right, so
Not that her dreams are much better now, but
Dream of
it's better
puppies.
than being influenced by Sith poison, you know.
Alright, well then I figured that we'd probably meet up with Riddick. Aelond is gonna try to comfort Alora and probably try to get her to take a nap or something.
Okay.
Kind of rest as much as she
Yeah.
can.
She'll agree to that. All right. What does Alexa do when she reads that?
She puts the datapad back away. And she shakes her head. Well, my gut was right and I ignored it. I don't know how I'm gonna break it to him.
What are you talking about?
Eraser. It's someone we've
I'm
encountered.
familiar with his work.
He just sent Aelon a message that if he met someone here in Nashada, that they're not who they think they are. He thinks they are. When I saw Alora today, when she came out of the arena, I thought about maybe scrutinizing her and trying to piece out who she was, but I ignored it because Aelond is attached to her.
Are you sure that I haven't interacted with the Eraser myself, but he seems to play all sides. From what I've gathered, we've been trying to track him for a while. I haven't been able to pin down his motivations. How can you be sure he's not the one who's lying?
I can't, but it goes with my gut. I should really be... All of these people we brought in should be examined in some way to determine who they are. It's not a bad... Even if he is trying to play both sides, it's not an invalid... It's a concern. And we've seen, this would be the third version of her, I believe, we've seen. This time she seems to remember him.
Third version? What do you mean version?
There was an Alora-esque individual on a ship that rescued us from an asteroid a while back. She didn't remember who Aelond was, but she looked exactly like him. And Aelond was convinced that something had happened where her memory was gone. But in the end, she tried to kill him.
Alright. Well, what if she is the real Laura? You can't just go in there blasting.
Well, that's why I didn't say anything when we got out. I was like, well, let's at least get home and patch things up before I start accusing Aelond's lost love of being some other imposter. But now here we are, and if she's listening to our plans and she is an imposter.
This is great. Did the eraser say anything else?
He said that our troubles with the exchange might partially be his fault. He doesn't want to risk sending more information until he's sure that Aelond is who he says he is. And then he just leaves the message with Tara 7 days. Good luck. I don't know what that means.
So he wants to meet?
I suppose that's one way to interpret it. What do you know of him, the Eraser?
I think the entire group should know, and we have to make sure that she doesn't kill Aelond while we are trying to figure this out. Maybe just calm him and tell him to come out, and to let Allura rest. And then we can assemble everybody else and figure out what to do.
If we're going to do this, we should bring Shirelu as well. He's been
Yes.
Aelond's friend for a long time, and he is trustworthy.
I think everyone should come.
I don't. The new people we brought, they can sit on the ship.
Oh. Yes, you're right. I suppose they can stay. He just smiles a little bit, like, yeah, duh, of course. I didn't mean them, but I forgot they were on the ship because they're just there, sort of. he's just like, oh yeah, that's right, we did pick up the stragglers. I forgot.
Hey, just a...
I will send private comms to Shirelu and Aelond. I'll also tap on Eagle or Kalani, but when she doesn't respond, I'll...
lack of communication?
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
sure you
have
guys got him back now. No.
I mean, no.
Okay, fine. I will calm Shirelu. I'll calm Shirelu. Problem solved, people. Come on. Shirelu, how are things?
I think that's it.
What? Are they patched up or not?
But everyone's fine. That's
Your voice is cutting
I'm
out.
having trouble. What?
Yeah, your voice is cutting out, Kyreth.
And it's lagging.
That's fine now.
Are we is the lag over? Okay.
Yes.
I think that's it.
I think the
It
Sith
did it again. I think the Sith have...
Yep, I think the Sith has.
This is your captain speaking. Or some such. There. Broke it out. I had to practice it before I did it during the Christmas special.
You are doing amazingly. I think your comm link is damaged. I'm having a hard time understanding you, so I'm just going to tell you what I want. I need you and Aelond down here. Don't bring anyone else, please. Also, if Kalani feels like she's up to it, bring her. If not, though, however, it's fine.
Okay, we'll be.
Just come. When your
Be
comm
right
link,
there.
when your comm link fixes, just get
Why
down
did it
here.
break?
I don't know.
The voice thing
you. 'Cause
isn't
every
working
time
too
you're
well.
talking, it's fine. It's just when you're using the voice thing.
Okay, whatever. We'll abandon that for now.
Just talk in a really deep gravity.
Okay, I go to
I
find
am Shiloh.
Hello, I am
You did that on purpose. I was drinking right
I
then.
go to find. I grab Kalani and I.
She is sleeping.
I wait.
You wait?
I wake her up. I wake her up. I believe is what he was saying.
You could try.
How are you lagging? Your internet is so good. I don't understand. Are you streaming YouTube videos? Are you doing other things while we're doing this campaign?
What? I have a lot of windows open, but they're all for the campaign. Like I have my voice thingy, and I have my Word document, and I have the Twitch chat, and I have the Twitch stream, and I have the internet.
Well, why do you have the Twitch stream open if you have the Twitch chat open? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, how can you have that separately?
That's not a lot of stuff.
To be fair, you should just pop out the chat.
Yeah, just pop out the chat and get rid
close
of the stream.
I do. I have the Twitch chat popped out, but then I also have a separate.
Then why do you have the stream
Why?
open? Why? You don't need to see the stream.
Yeah, you can even close the stream
there.
tab.
I closed it. Okay, fine. I closed it.
Okay, yeah. So you're waking Kalani. All right, so Kalani, you're twitching in your sleep. It's a kind of not super restful sleep, but at least you feel safe. So it's been better because you don't have nightmares at the moment. And then how do you wake her up? Do you shake her? Do you say Kalani? How are you waking her up?
I try to telepathically wake her up by gently saying Kalani really loudly in her mind.
She's gonna hear that in her dreams.
Yeah. Okay. Roll. Use force check.
Kalani, I am in your dreams. Wake up. Wake up. It's alright. Just wake up. This is I, Charles Xavier.
That's scary.
Yep, you succeed. So Kalani, you're sleeping, and all of a sudden, you're dreaming, like you're hunting something in the forest, like, and you just hear this booming voice out of the sky, Kalani.
Why? And that's what you hear as she's in her bed, rolling around, and now she's terrified in your dream.
Okay, so how is this playing out, guys?
What's playing out is Shiloh feels ashamed of himself because he's giving her nightmares instead of waking her up.
Nightmares? What? Nah.
Your voice is very
He's
scary.
gently waking her up.
Oh, gently waking her up. Okay.
She knows what my voice sounds like. It's not.
It's not.
Except she's dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
this
Shiloh.
is Shiloh. You need to wake up.
So now the voice, instead of just saying Kalani, he's explaining, you need to wake up.